And in the studio, well, it's not really a studio, it's the law library here at the state capitol, Michele Bachmann, who won the Iowa straw poll way back this summer. I want to ask you, Ms. Bachmann, about a kind of an interesting statistic that's in the poll that the Des Moines Register ran yesterday. It said in 2008, 60% of the vote out here was evangelical Christian. But they are projecting that this time it will be only 30%. Now, those are your people, and I'm wondering, where did they go? I don't understand how this poll, how they figured this out, but that's what the poll reports.
No, it seems very odd. It could be that people self-identify differently than they did before. It's hard to say. I don't think you've seen a tremendous change in the electorate from '08 until this year. I think it's fairly stable because Iowa isn't necessarily a transitory state. I was born and raised here, and in Iowa, you're born here, you live here, you die here.
Well, I mean, you don't suppose they've become Democrats or something?
I don't think so. I don't think, no, because if you look at the party registration, the Iowa Republican Party, they've had a massive shift of increase of demonstration, and the Democrat Party's actually seen the decrease. So I don't think that that's it either. I think who knows? I don't know why.
Congresswoman, let me ask you, you won the Iowa straw poll. It was a big victory for you, and now you're at the bottom of the polls and could finish in last place. What's happened to your campaign?
Well, what we've been doing is exactly what we needed to do. We just completed a 99-county tour. No other candidate has done anything that ambitious after the last debate. And so we have literally seen thousands of people flip in the last couple of weeks on the ground, and Iowa's different. Iowans tomorrow night will come out into people's homes and into localities where they'll actually stand or sit or fill out a sheet of paper or raise their hand.
So you think the Des Moines Register poll, which has been correct in the past, is totally wrong?
Well, about half the people still remain undecided. And so I think what we're going to see is people will be making their decisions on the ground. And we saw, like I said, thousands of people change. And a lot of it has to do with the threats that are coming from national security. I'm the only candidate with current national security experience. I sit on the House Intelligence Committee. And with all of the saber rattling that's going on in Iran right now, and also in the last debate, I took Ron Paul to task because his foreign policy is very dangerous. He says that he has no problem with Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon. Now we're finding out reports where Iran is saying they have a nuclear fuel rod. This is going to be one of the largest issues of this campaign.
Well, I had that written down. That was what I wanted to ask you about, this news from Iran. What do you make of that? And let's say President Michele Bachmann had to deal with that. What would you do here?
Well, what I would do is something very different than what President Obama has done. I would engage with the current dissidents that we have in Iran, but immediately I would send our Patriot missile systems, our Aegis systems, our ballistic missile systems need to be deployed, not only here in the United States, but in the Middle East region. We also need to announce a policy that with Israel, we'll begin a policy of selling them the bunker buster bombs that they need, the refueling tankers, the jet fighters that they need. In other words, President Obama put a distance between the United States and Israel. That let the Middle East region and the 22 hostile neighbors surrounding Israel know it's an open field day.
Well, I mean, are you talking about putting our missile systems on alert here? I mean...
Sure, put them on alert, but also what we need to do is look at a function. What we need to do is look at a function of potentially a blockade as well of the ports in and near Iran and have our missile systems capable and ready to deliver. We need to send a very strong signal that the United States is on high alert, and we will do whatever it takes.
Would you envision telling Israel, maybe you better go ahead and just bomb them?
Well, it wouldn't be for the United States to tell Israel to do that. What we need to do is take a very aggressive posture toward letting Iran know that we mean business, that we don't want them to seek a nuclear weapon. If this is in fact true, what Iran has announced, that they do have a nuclear fuel rod, this could mean potentially within a year that they will have a nuclear weapon. And they just demonstrated with their test launch of a missile delivery system that they have the capacity to have delivery of a nuclear weapon. This is very serious.
And finally, Congresswoman, do you have the money and the organization to continue after Iowa, even if you place poorly?
We bought our tickets to go to South Carolina, so we're going on. We'll be on the plane to head to South Carolina.
Well, does that mean you're skipping New Hampshire?
Oh, we'll go to New Hampshire too. We'll be there for the debates. There's 2 debates this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be there.
We have to wrap. Thank you so much,
Thank
Congressman.
you.